Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our small town church run food pantry. They are open 2 days a month, like every other week. And you get to shop, which means you get a shopping cart, and then they have an assistant that comes through with you, and they will have the shelves marked where like you get off of this shelf, two off of this shelf, one out of this freezer, that kind of thing. So you get to pick and choose what works for you and for your family, which is awesome because I'm able to pick out the things that I know our family will eat and pass on the things that they want that our family won't, or that fit like our dietary needs, that kind of thing. So this is the one that in the past has been hit or miss on. Sometimes we go in and it's like a 3-hour wait. Sometimes we go in and it's an hour wait. I have started going in like an hour to a half an hour before they're done for the day. And I'm finding that the line is considerably less. So like today I walked in, signed in, got a cart and went through. Like it was immediate. Sometimes there's a little bit more of a wait. It just kind of depends. The only negative to that is that because I'm the end of the however many people come through this one, they have run out of things by then, or I have less selection. But it's balancing the pros and cons of not having to sit for 3 hours, because I'm not going to take my kids with me for 3 hours and them have to sit and be patient and quiet. And I also am not super comfortable with being gone from them for 3 hours. Plus, I have a lot of things to do. You know how it is? There's always laundry and dishes and school and all those kind of things. So, balancing out the cons of getting a little bit less with the pro of not having to sit for 3 hours. So for me, it makes more sense for that, especially since we're kind of needing a little less help than we were before. Still, this is still super helpful. Don't get me wrong. Like it's still making a huge difference in our grocery budget and just having the money to do the other things that we need to do. So anyway, that is this nice little small town church run one. And we're going to jump in and see what we were blessed with. So we'll start with the cold items. This is a turkey breast bone in, and it's a huge one. So that's going to make, I usually thaw this out, or I don't even thaw it out, and I just cover it in water and make broth out of it. And it makes really good soups, casseroles, that kind of thing. We could choose some yogurt, but it was a hibiscus flavored yogurt, and we are not floral flavored fans. We learned that in doing a tea calendar set that we got a while back, that we just generally don't like floral flavored things. But 2 thin crust pizzas are very useful, and I will put those to use probably tomorrow night because tomorrow night is pizza night in our house. These looked interesting. They are like breakfast pastries. So she said they're cheese and sausage. So we'll thaw one out, microwave it or whatever, and see what it entails. I'm sure somebody in my house will eat it, no problem. These organic Johnny Pops, Star Spangled Flag. I thought those would be neat. Something different for a snack or dessert one evening. Shelf stable wise, we got a can of pasta sauce, which I use as pizza sauce, can of fruit cocktail, 2 things of tomato bisque, and then a thing of double concentrated tomato paste. I figured this would be useful because I bet it would last for a long time in the refrigerator. There. It says 30 to 45 days. So, and then you can also like squeeze out into like ice cube trays. I think 1 ice cube is like 1 or 2 tablespoons. I can't remember exactly how much. And then you can freeze it in those little ice cubes and then just drop it in whatever you need it for. So thought that would be helpful. A thing of peanut butter. There are 2 strawberry cake mixes, which you can use cake mix to make these really soft, yummy cookies. So I figured I would do that with those and use them for like a pitch-in at church, something along those lines. A thing of cauliflower pasta, and then a thing of macaroni and cheese. Some 10-grain hot cereal. This is something that like you can put it in the crock pot and cook overnight, or I think you can use it kind of like overnight oats as well. Some of these Organic Power Snacks Superfood PB&J. These are delicious. I don't know why. They just are. And then some dried apricots, which is awesome because I don't know the last time we had dried apricots. These chewy snack bars, peanut butter chocolate, looked interesting and different. 2 bags of these Unreal. They're Halloween candy. So that's why they're there, is they're done in the store. And they are the dark chocolate peanut butter cups and then the dark chocolate coconut bars. These are really good. Keep them in the refrigerator or the freezer. Some Airheads Extremes candy. My kids will just scarf those down. A thing of ketchup packets. I haven't had to buy ketchup in a long time because we got a huge box of ketchup packets and we're still working through those. Plus, just every once in a while we get some of those. So I haven't had to buy ketchup in a long time. Which we aren't like huge ketchup eater like some households, but you know. Rice cooked in bone broth and sea salt, which sounded like an awesome, quick and easy side dish. 2 bars of oat milk, dark chocolate. If you get something like this and you're like, I don't really care for the flavor of it, chop it up and use it in, you can melt it in chocolate milk or in milk and make hot chocolate. You can chop it up and use it in place of like chocolate chips, anything like that. So even if you don't care for the flavor of it as is, cut it up and use it in something. Some chocolate chips these are actually dairy-free and nut-free, which is awesome. And then these are some sugar-free Lakanto brand, I believe, or Lakanto. I can't remember how to pronounce that, but they're monk fruit and erythritol sweetened, so yay. A loaf of Raisin the Roof bread. So this is like a raisin cinnamon bread. This makes really good French toast. This bowl is just full of random candy. She just gave me 2 big old handfuls out of this box. And my kids will, at lunch every day, they get to pick a sweet treat to go with lunch. So they'll eat that. A thing of brown rice snaps, just kind of like a cracker, but these are almost crispier than cracker. They're good. I like them. A thing of dill pickle flavored potato chips. And then this bag of bones. This was obviously another Halloween type thing. That is white cheddar. And we've gotten those before and the kids like those. Let's swing back down here because I want to talk about that pile of stuff in the back last. Peach Sleepy Time tea. I just thought that sounded so yummy. I love herbal teas. So a thing of dental floss. These little ones are so nice to just keep in your purse. Because 1, they work for dental floss, and 2, in a pinch, I have used these to tie things together because this stuff is strong, to tie things together to all kinds of different uses for them. Like if you are backpacking or hiking or camping or something like that, having this around because there are so many uses for it, your survival type stuff. There are 8 of these organic super tropical baby mum things. I do not have a baby anymore. My youngest is 5, but they love these kind of things. And this is the kind of thing that I will open them and put them in a bowl on the counter. And then if somebody gets hungry, they can just come in and munch on something like that. And then these apple and berry soft corn, I have a couple of these. And once again, the same thing. My kids just like to munch on them. They don't get a whole lot of babies into this food pantry, so they don't mind if people that don't have babies take baby food because they'll still use it as long as it's getting used. This is a thing of pure protein rich chocolate, and we will use that because I have kids that just absolutely love smoothies for breakfast. And then I also make popsicles with those as well. I had gestational diabetes with my last 2 pregnancies, and the one before that I was borderline. So because of that, my blood sugar still is a little higher than usual, and diabetes runs in my family. So when we got to pick out some non-food, that's these 2 things in the non-food area, I did go ahead and chose those because, yeah, that's always useful. I do just kind of randomly check mine, and then if I'm feeling off or if I'm eating something that I'm kind of questioning, I haven't tried this in a while or that kind of thing, then I will test mine. So useful. They have, let's see here, let's do this. We have to pick out 12 drinks. So there are 6 of these giant things of sparkling water. I'm so very happy about that one. And it's kind of cool. It's bottled in the mountains in the USA, which is kind of nice. And then there are 6 of these zero sugar, clearly Canadian, and at least a couple of my kids like those. And then they have a shelf of things that are expired, and it is take as much as you want because we just want to get rid of it. So they had these Topo Chico, and it's the grapefruit flavor, which is one of my favorites. And there were 6 of those left, and I was like, can I have them all? And she's like, yes, because no one has taken them. We didn't go to this food pantry last time because we were all sick with a cold and I didn't want to spread the love. And she said they had been sitting there since last time. So she's like, please take them all. So I gladly took them all because yum. And then these were the other thing that were on that shelf. And they had, after I picked up these 5, they still had 10 boxes left. So don't think that I took all of them. She was actually trying to convince me to take all of them. These expired just at the end. They didn't expire. They are best before... There, that one says it. The end of this past year. So they're still good. They're not expired. That's just the best before date. These are like the squeezy pouches. And this is one of those where my youngest still loves these and will gladly eat generally maybe one a day now. She's kind of slowly not enjoying them as much as she used to or having them as much as she used to. But... what I will do with them is I have the silicone mats for my dehydrator, that fancy one right there. My husband bought that several years ago, refurbished off of Amazon for like dirt cheap. And I lay the silicone mat on the trays and then I squeeze the squeezy pouches out onto it into a layer and dehydrate them, and it makes fruit leather. And even my big kids will eat it because it's delicious. So I was actually quite ecstatic to get that because that's exactly what I'm going to do with all of those is I will just make fruit leather and all of my kids will be happy to scarf that down. So good use for it and it's not going to waste. So yeah, that is everything. If you need help, if you are in a season of needing a little bit of a hand up, then the food pantry is there for you. That's what they're there for. The majority of the items that you see here are just on the verge of expiring or were overstocked or who knows. Sometimes the box is damaged and so they don't want to put it out or that kind of thing. Like this. That's probably why this was there. Because this has probably been sitting on a shelf at Walmart for God knows how long. It's not expired, probably. It just, doesn't expire until next year. It's just the damaged box, and so nobody that comes to Walmart is going to buy it because they don't want the damaged box, so they donate it to the food pantry, and then the food pantry gives it to me, and I don't care if the box is damaged because the tea in it still tastes fine. So you are keeping food from going to the landfill, and you are getting help for your family. Awesome. I mean, what's wrong about that, right? So if you need help for even just 1 month, say you had an unexpected bill or you're in between jobs or you had to take days off of work because your kid's sick. It is the season. Go to the food pantry one time. Say you are a college student and you are working a full-time job and you're paying for college and you're paying for your apartment and you're just not making ends meet, go to the food pantry. Your great-grandma Gertrude and you're living by yourself and your Social Security check just isn't quite cutting it, go to the food pantry. You are a 2-income household with the economy the way that it is. People aren't making it anymore because it's just been ridiculous. So, go to the food pantry because that's why it's there. So I'm giving you permission. I will post a link in the show notes of how to find food pantries in your area. Ours also has a clothing pantry attached to it. So I was able to pick up a skirt for my youngest daughter and a dress for me and my oldest daughter and a sweater for me and my oldest daughter and a cute pair of, not footy pajamas, but like footy pajamas without the footies, but with a hood for my middle guy who he loves those things and just thinks they're the funniest thing ever to wear around the house. So yeah, I was able to pick up some things that we can use as well. So yeah, it's out there. Tap into those resources and pay your bills and feed your family and figure it out. Because yeah, All right, that is my spiel. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.